So to start this episode, we got this prisoner Zandy who's fairly good at combat, good at construction, crafting, but we don't really need him in the colony. And same with like Irobe, he's decent at melee. Marriott's okay at melee, medical, intellectual. Hakuja's got a burning passion for medical with 13, but like Abibel has 11, and she has a great memory, so she learns it almost as quick. And so we're actually gonna arrest these colonists. So we loaded them up with a bunch of extra goods we just had lying around and headed over to Camia Tar Pit. And we're gonna only get 107 for Marjot. I guess she does have 2 negative traits, staggeringly ugly and nervous. Zandy for 126 only. Ooh, that's rough, but we are getting 454 for Hakuja, who does have a great memory with 13 medical, and she's got bloodlust. And then 528 for Irobe, who is a brawler, so he gets more melee hit chance, and he's decent at melee. It's just he's not really good at anything else that we need, so yeah, we're dumping him off. And these guys actually do have a bunch of prisoners of their own. None that we really need though. The main thing for us is we're gonna try to dump off as much of this corn as we can. And yeah, they can buy a bit more than half of our corn, and we're gonna buy a couple of components from them. And now the question is, where do we want to go? Way over here to the west, there's a couple of northeast Omatithian colonies, and we could make it over there, or we could go back east and trade with Ridgeness, although I don't think they replenished their goods yet. So yeah, I think we're gonna go west. We could stop off here at Tokai Beno first and see if those guys have anything to trade us, even though I don't think they do because they're just a tribal faction. Meanwhile, back at base, 2 of our undead, Lumi and Kate, are kind of useless. They don't really have super exceptional skills, not like Nostau, who has 11 mining, 11 plants, and 14 crafting. And Latch actually has 8 cooking, which is pretty useful. We've been having her make kibble, and we can also have her roll smoke leaf joints as well. We also should drop their gear too, because it's not tainted yet, and after what we're about to do, it's going to become tainted, which basically is just, we're going to dismiss Lumi, and we're also going to dismiss Kate. And we're going to raise all these undead corpses. I think we can only raise 5 of them. I hope we don't re-raise Lumi and Kate. We raise, I think, 5 more undead. Llama doesn't have the mana supply to be able to sustain that though. She's currently losing almost 0.3% mana, so we're just going to have to pick out the best of these undead. Like Panda's okay, 9 construction's useful, I guess. Haku's got 11 construction though, he's better, I guess. Kaori's got 10 plants. Would I rather have a planter over a builder? I think so. We don't really have any building projects right now. Oh, and then I didn't see Farmer, who's got 11 crafting. We could have him make stone blocks. So yeah, I think we'll just dismiss Panda. She's pretty useless. We're just gonna eat her body, and that's gonna give Llama back some mana. And we'll just dismiss Nana and Haku for now and probably end up eating their bodies. Meanwhile, the caravan made it over to Tokai Beno, and these guys don't really have anything we want. We're just gonna sell them a bunch of our corn and our more low value items. And okay, that's enough. And now we're gonna make the trek all the way over here to Styles. So our caravan made it all the way over to Styles, and they have a bunch of slaves here. Codex is actually really good. He's a Technomancer, and I believe he could be a really good shooter class. I don't know what abilities he's going to start with. Technomancer also gives bonuses to construction as far as I know, and he's good at shooting and construction with minor passions for it, and he's a fast learner, so he's going to learn those quick. And we're just going to sell off the rest of the goods we have. We also have a bunch more weapons that we picked up off the ground from raiders earlier, and we're also going to pick up this Shock Trooper armor helmet, which gives a little bit of movement speed but lowers mental break by 25%, so whoever wears this is not going to be having mental breakdown. They have a few other goods that I would actually like to pick up, but we're going to head over to D-Brad and see what they got. Meanwhile, back at base, we're going to do a couple operations on Seal. So in the last episode, we picked up this Power Claw, and originally I thought this was pretty useless. It gives 33% armor pen and 11 melee DPS. However, it does slow movement, and from what I've gathered, the way melee works is people will cycle through attacks, and all this does is add another attack that they can cycle to. It's not like in between swings of their sword, they'll pull out the Power Claw and stab someone. However, our Monk Seal cannot use any melee weapons with his attacks, and so what I'm wondering is if this thing is just going to be his main attack that he's going to use now, and it's just going to add a ton of DPS to his unarmed attacks. Right now it says his melee DPS is 2.7. He is under anesthesia right now, so that's not accurate. But after the operation, his DPS went way up. It's now at 6.1, and that's still only his DPS under anesthesia. The first operation was successful, by the way, and we've been using Glitter World Medicine. We've had this from the very start, pretty much. We got it from a really early quest, and this stuff basically makes it so you can't fail surgeries as far as I know. I think you have to get really unlucky to fail a surgery. The second modification we're going to do to Seal is we're going to add this armor skin gland on him. It does lower his movement speed slightly, and that will lower his dodge a bit, but I looked at the numbers and it was only like 1% dodge, I think, versus now he gets a bunch more damage mitigation on his torso. 50% more armor to his torso, and I feel like that's going to be worth because that's where a lot of his vitals are. As our caravan was traveling along, we ran into another caravan, an arcane items collector, and these guys actually, I believe, have the Technomancer ult, which I don't know if our Technomancer starts with his ult or not. I think we're just going to get it. I mean, it's 2k, and we could potentially resell the script for like, I don't know, maybe half the price. And okay, so this is interesting. We made it to the other colony colony of Thebrad, and they have this combat style commander, which is not listed on the RimWorld of Magic Steam page. I think it's a new one, but I'm really curious to try it out. So yeah, we're gonna pick it up. We also need 2 advanced components so we can make our fabrication bench. It's pretty important. And so we're gonna have to sell them a couple of our boomalopes and 1 alpaca, I guess. And it looks like that'll do. And with that, back to our base. It says it's gonna take 5.1 days, and it would if Rolara wasn't a wanderer, but as it is, we ignore all the penalties of these rainforest tiles, so it's gonna be a lot quicker than that. It's still gonna take probably a few days, but not 5 days. That was odd. Apparently our caravan got ambushed by nothing, but we can see here that Codex actually has no ult, but it says only 2 points required to learn his ult. I think once we pick a spec for him though, that's gonna change. We're gonna have him learn Technobit, and when he's not in combat, this thing will help with crafting, mining, and construction tasks, and it will also repair nearby buildings, which is awesome because he does have 10 in construction. When he is drafted, the Technobit will shoot explosives at the Technomancer's target. So yeah, we're gonna learn that, and yeah, Orbital Strike says it does only require 2 points to learn. That's so weird because it's his ult, and like to learn his other skills we need a scroll, but we don't need one for his ult. Well, that was kind of a waste, but we will have him read his ult, and now he knows it. For that 2k, I guess we ended up saving 2 of his skill up points, so it wasn't completely useless. Oh, okay, here we go. We're getting raided by several separatist groups of, looks like actually some high tier dudes. Well, some of them are. A couple of them have like grenade launchers. Some of them just have like melee weapons over here, and then some random guns. Seal down here was taming some animals, and he's kind of getting caught behind enemy lines, you could say. Or is he? We're gonna send him up here towards Woodsy, who is currently firing at our boomlope we just tamed. We're gonna dragon strike onto Woodsy, and we tagged him. Now we're gonna tiger strike him and just rip him up. Oh, one-shotted. I think that might be Seal's new power claw just doing work. Do we chase these guys? Yeah, I don't think we do. We just run, I think. Get back to base. Or actually, this guy Fringe is all alone. We're gonna have Seal dragon strike onto him. And I don't know. Oh, the boomlope actually got killed. Fringe used their pump shotgun on our boomlope, and RIP that thing. But I think we should be able to pick apart Fringe. Yeah, Fringe is down. Now Seal, go take on Effa. By the way, Seal's armor is pretty much full, and he's not even injured really. He's barely tagged. And a new area has been revealed. Okay, so I actually did not know about this. For some reason, I didn't look at the fact that there's a tomb here, which like it's pretty obvious. There's like this granite wall. I just didn't see it. These raiders actually opened up the tomb. Apparently they're raiders of the Lost Ark or something. And there's 2 pikemen in here with a scyther, and there's some nice gear on the ground. I hope the mechanoids are able to defend this gear and take out these raiders, and I really hope these ancient crypto sleep caskets are not disturbed, because there might actually be some friendly colonists inside, or even some enemy colonists, but we could capture them. If one of these caskets just gets hit by 1 projectile, all of them will open, and we don't want that, so we're actually gonna blink Smelly outside of our walls. He now does have the blink ability, and we're gonna send him down here, and then we're gonna have Seal just try to just pick these guys off, I guess. And we're gonna see how many he can take out. He's shock trooper armor actually. He just one-shotted that guy with a tiger strike. His shock trooper armor shield is not even penetrated yet. It's still got 200 HP, so I think he should be fine. We're gonna dragon strike onto Smith, and I can't watch him do that actually because we got a couple enemies in our main area over here. Which, by the way, this guy just has a smoke launcher, and that does 0 damage. It just launches a cloud of smoke and makes it harder for projectiles to hit, which, by the way, that's gonna be helpful for us. We're gonna have the undead just charge these guys, and Barlow and Weasel will follow behind, I guess. I guess we can actually watch Seal just do his devastation on these guys and just pick them apart. And what is Seal? Oh, she's got a grenade launcher. Ouch, that actually hurt. Wait, did that hurt? Yeah, it did burn his leg, and he's burning now. And now he's good, I think. Dragon strike on the cell up and rip her up. She's down actually. She's really solid. She's gonna gain mana 40% faster, and she's a necromancer, and she's steadfast. Okay, we really need to save this girl. We're gonna have Seal just capture her, I guess. Meanwhile, oh no, this is what I was worried about. These ancient soldiers are awake, but they have crypto sleep sickness, and actually that's not that bad. It just lowers consciousness by 20% and manipulation by 10. I thought it was really bad. Thankfully none of these ancient soldiers are super amazing. Well, actually I take that back. Luna's really good. She's a quick sleeper, and she's tough, and she's got a burning passion for shooting. A tough shooter would be really good because they take 50% less damage if they're tough. And okay, actually we really want Sashiko. She's magically gifted. Oh man, we gotta get someone down here. Meanwhile, Seal's trying to run, and then Bear is actually gonna try to stop him. We're gonna Tiger Strike Bear. Oh no, we can't Tiger Strike, I don't think, because we might AoE down Sella. Oh! Why are you trying to kill your own brethren with that grenade launcher? I don't know what we do here. We gotta somehow finish off Bear. Okay, we did, thankfully. We can capture Sella, even though she's burning. Okay, phew. Oh, that grenade launcher. Can you stop trying to kill your own brethren? And wait, Sashiko is actually all alone. We got Smelly down here. We could Shadow Strike and then hopefully not kill Sashiko. He's really solid. Don't kill him. We might kill him here. Yep. Okay, so we didn't kill him, and he's gonna bleed out in 5 hours. The only problem is that he's high on processed sugar, and so he takes less pain. I think he might just end up bleeding out. The Outlanders are fleeing now, which was the Raiders, and I don't know what's gonna happen to these ancient soldiers though. Glasses, I think, is just chasing down Mashinto. I don't think he's leaving, or is he leaving? Yeah, he's not leaving. And yeah, I think they're actually attacking us now. Sashiko, you gotta just go down, man. He's got 3 hours left. There we go, Sashiko went down. He's got blood loss extreme though, and he's gonna bleed out in 2 hours. We're gonna have Smelly blink over towards him, and we're gonna try to get Smelly over here to bandage him. Meanwhile, at our main base, Luna is charging in at us, and it would actually be nice to not kill Luna. Hopefully one of our undead can just knock her out. I mean, we're just attacking with fists for the most part. Ordinarily, you'd have to capture a prisoner before you can bandage them, which doesn't make any sense. So I installed this mod Stabilize here, which allows you to stabilize even enemies right where they lay without having to capture them first. Smelly, who actually does have 5 medical, is going to try to bandage Sashiko and might save him here. He needs to bandage like his torso, I think, and his head. And if he does those, I think this guy might survive. At least perhaps long enough so that Floyd can get down here. He's actually not that far away, and Floyd can drop a heal, which will instantly heal the wound. It's just that he's lost a ton of blood already, and heal does not like replenish blood, it just stops the bleeding. And wait, he already bandaged his head. He's only bleeding at 330%. He's got 1 hour left though. Okay, Floyd, do your magic. Drop a heal on Sashiko. And he's got 2 hours. Okay, I think he's gonna live. Wait, Smelly is still stabilizing. Okay, he's not doing any animation. He's got 4 hours left. Okay, I think he's gonna survive. Yep, he's no longer actually bleeding out anymore. If we didn't have that stabilize mod, like the guy would have died for sure. I don't think it's like an OP mod or anything though, by any means. All right, so we currently got a solar flare. That's why all of our power's out. But we ended up capturing both the prisoners, and it's weird. They have such a little resist. I guess that just means we're on their tech level. And yeah, we're gonna start recruiting them. They only have 12 resist each. It's weird they both have exactly 12 resist. But yeah, it should only take a couple of days for them to join us. We just got 1.5 resist down, and that was the first time Frog talked to Sella, which is really good. They have no relations with each other. But yeah, our Caravan made it back with the components and the advanced components, and try to ignore this room. I don't really know what we're doing with it yet. It's quite a mess. I want to refrigerate these smoke leaf leaves, but I don't have the components yet to build our second refrigerator. But yeah, with this fabrication bench we've now built, we can start making our own components and advanced components. We really need just basic components right now, so we're gonna have Krika start cranking them out, and they only cost 12 steel. I don't know if they've changed it. I don't remember them being that cheap though. Krika is gonna start cranking them out. He's got 15 crafting skill, and not only will he start cranking them out pretty quickly, that's gonna give him some crafting XP. We also put it in this room, as we do have 2 tool cabinets in here, and these things are boosting the production of all these workstations. From getting raided earlier, we actually got some pretty nice stuff, but most of it's tainted. Like this diplomat power armor is really good. It increases skill learning rate by 30%. We can give this to Llama though, as she does not mind wearing tainted gear. Not only is this gonna give her a bunch of armor, but she's gonna level up intellectual even quicker. We have tons more dead prisoners, and we're just kind of keeping them around so we can potentially raise them later. And this guy over here actually had the other part to the diplomat power armor set, the helmet, and that increases learning rate by 10%, and also negotiation ability and social impact, which that'd be really good on Frog. It also is really low durability as well, so actually even Llama's not gonna like that. She's gonna get the ratty apparel debuff for -3 mood, but whatever, she's got super good mood all the time anyways. She's still got the got married moodlet buff for 18 days. Sashiko and Sella ended up joining us, and Sashiko is magically gifted, so we want to turn her into a magical class later on, but for now we're just going to have her do planting. Sella, however, has possibly the best trait to combo with Necromancer, which is Arcane Conduit. She, I'm guessing, gains 40% extra mana regen. The weird thing is it is saying she's getting extra mana regen here, but she has total mana upkeep of -2. She has the option over here to dismiss undead. I don't know if she's actually controlling any undead right now. I feel like that's the only reason why her mana regen would be so low. The only thing is we haven't had her raise any undead. Okay, well, this is kind of an unfortunate turn of events. The reason why she's losing mana regen is because of the undead that Llama is controlling. Evidently, it doesn't matter who raised the undead. If there's two necromancers in the same colony, then their mana regen is both going to be cut. So basically, there's no point in having two necromancers. Well, that sucks. A way around this though is we can send a couple of our undead on a caravan. We send out Sella, our new necromancer, with 2 undead, and Rolaro to help us move quicker. And we sent them all the way down to this lump of compacted machinery. There's actually 2 down here, and we would like to mine both these out for a bunch of components. We are starting to make those in our own base, but we're making them really slowly. We also still have 3 undead back at the base, Farmer, Haku, and Latch, and we're gonna have Llama raise some more because she's now getting a pretty good amount of mana regen and she can sustain more. And okay, let's see what we got here. Glasses is good at mining, and so is Fulton, and Katten is actually good at crafting with 17 melee. We're gonna keep those 3, and we're gonna dump Lancing and Gould. They're not all that good. And yeah, Llama can barely sustain those extra 3 undead. Her mana regen is really low now, but that's okay. We don't really need her to have mana regen for anything right now. Our caravan successfully made it to their destination, and we got our 2 undead just mining away. Rolaro's just kind of chilling. He is good at planting though, so we're gonna have him start chopping down trees whenever he wants to start doing some work, and so we can yoink some extra wood from this place. While I was showing you guys that, I had the game paused, as in our main base we now have an infestation, and this is kind of unlucky. Oh, I see what's going on here. So you may notice I have 6 coolers over here, and that may seem a bit excessive, but the goal is I want to freeze this area down here, and if you get it low enough in temperature, there's no chance for infestations, and I'll show you guys that when I do get the temperature low enough. However, I did end up building a wall here, and they auto roofed it off. We're gonna have to actually remove this roof over here, and our AC units have nowhere to blow the hot air, so it's just kind of recycling, and that's why the temperature is raised to an actual pretty good amount. It's 77 degrees Fahrenheit in here. Before it was like, I want to say I had it down to like 5 degrees Fahrenheit, but then I walled it off, and yeah, right after I did that, actually, we got the infestation. It had to have been like only a couple of days after, and yeah, here we go. We do have embrasures here, so we might be able to actually shoot at these guys. And we also, I think, did pick up an incendiary launcher. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, here we go. So we got a few people down here. The main thing though is we got Frog down here, and he's got the incendiary launcher, and we're just gonna have him launch some incendiaries through these embrasures. And okay, yeah, that pissed them off. They're actually starting to try to tunnel at us. We're gonna launch incendiary right on this big clump. Oh, look at the fire. It's like a they're all on fire. It's actually pretty funny. We're just gonna keep firing at this spot, and yeah, they just get set on fire and they start running. Wait, there's some mega spiders over here that keep on going. Yeah, they're trying to tunnel out really badly, and they actually got out. It does kind of suck to be burning up all this insect jelly. This is precious stuff. Ooh, this is a fat hit right here on these guys. Oh yeah. Can we hit right here without hitting ourselves? Frog is trigger happy. Ooh, that actually did not hit where I aimed. I aimed right here and hit our embrasure, but it worked out. We're gonna have Smelly blink in there, and we're gonna have him start putting out the fires and try to save as much of this insect jelly as we can. Wait, can we just pick it up when it's on fire? Oh yeah, we can. Just pick up as much of this precious insect jelly as we can. Even though since some of it's been burning, the value of it's gonna go way down. Just get as much as we can. 20 more. And this stuff too. Yeah, we got, I think, all of it. We might have burned some up, but that's about it. And the insects are actually coming back. Smelly's got to get out of there. We're gonna have him knock out some more of these hives maybe, or never mind, this mega spider's onto him. We're gonna have him blink out. And never mind, actually, the coast is clear. A lot of them keep trying to head up to our main choke point area, but then they keep turning around. I don't know if this is gonna be the time where they decide that they actually want to make it to our main choke point, but yeah, we're having Smelly rip up these hives in the back line. Meanwhile, these insects somehow made it through this door. I'm not sure how that happened. Might have some sabotage going on. I think someone was just running and then they left the door open or something. But yeah, here's our new and improved base main area. And oh crap, a couple of our guinea pigs, and this alpaca is actually not in a good spot. Well, we can always skin those guinea pigs for their fur, I guess. And yeah, we're gonna have Frog keep launching incendiaries at these insects. Let's drop an incendiary right over here on this choke point area. Yeah, this is good. They have to walk over the fire, and some of them get burned while they're walking over it. Meanwhile, we got our undead, and they're gonna hold the line. Katten actually has a steel longsword that we're gonna give her. And she's got 17 melee, so she's gonna be beasting this fight. Wait, why is MK at the front lines? Okay, yeah, she needs to run. And here we go. This is actually probably not gonna be enough. We might need to get some more people over here. Our monk Seal was on a mental breakdown, but he just got over it, and so we're gonna have him come over here. But yeah, we got Seal over here. We're gonna have him Dragon Strike just in the middle of these guys. And he's just gonna start going to town. Thunder Strike, some AoE. You've been thunderstruck. And yeah, Seal took out the rest of these insects pretty easily. Like, he's not even injured that bad. He's got a couple of bruises, but they're really basic bruises, and his HP's pretty much full. So we killed off the insects, and in the midst of all the fighting, I noticed that Haku lost his left leg. I also noticed he had a love enhancer, and being that he's undead, he's not gonna have much use for that, unless we got some real weirdos in the colony. That's a really cool modification though, and we're gonna have Floyd remove that from Haku, and we're not even using it. Okay. Something went horribly wrong when trying to perform a surgery on Haku. Perhaps it's best to leave the bodies of the living dead alone. Looks like we're not gonna be able to get that love enhancer out of him. Floyd's also gonna be okay. He did shred his left arm, but he can just heal that up. And yeah, he's good. Well, it looks like my idea of stealing the undead modifications is not a good one. And okay, we got a... Nope, don't open that door, you idiot. No. Why? Envelope. We have a man-hunting pack of timberwolves here, which all have the scary disease, so we're not gonna be able to butcher them for their meat and leather after we kill them all. And yeah, they're making it inside. We're just gonna drop an Eye of the Storm on these guys, and it's probably gonna burn up all of our Devil Strand and like all this corn and hay. But oh man, rip Alpaca 16 as well. Oh, it actually ended up, the door ended up closing. So okay, we killed the door, but we're killing a lot of these timberwolves. We did end up knocking the door down though, and yeah, they're now inside of our base. And we don't have our main melee dudes over here, which is not ideal. Oh, Frog's getting tagged. Get off, Frog, you beast. Okay, there we go. Cat killed that timberwolf. And meanwhile over here, we got a weird situation happening. Rip Comet the guinea pig. And this boom is actually about to be blowing up here in a sec. We need to pull all of our animals back. We're pulling all of our animals back, and yeah, this is just a mess. Like, I really don't like events like this where they just spawn and then you have no time to react. I mean, all in all, we only ended up losing a couple animals. It's not really a big deal. We have tons of animals. Meanwhile, our undead mining party ended up mining out all these components, and there's quite a bit of them, as well as there's some unrefined magicite. We got 121 unrefined magicite and 88 components. That's gonna last us quite some time. We got a couple quests. The first one we're gonna do is Stachys's Insects, and this one's gonna send us an infestation of 36 hives. To help us out though, we're gonna get 9 Janissaries placed under our control, and they may die in battle without consequence. The rewards are pretty good for this. They're all around 3K. A mega screen television actually would be pretty nice. I opened the infestation chance, and as you can see, there's no chance to get infestation in our area over here. Even though it's all overhead mountain, it's -7 degrees inside, at least in this back room over here, and that's too cold for infestations. Meanwhile, we walled off some of these other areas where there's overhead mountain. Like down here, we walled this off, and there's a really high chance for an infestation in here. So what I'm hoping is the infestation is going to spawn in like this room and not near our main base. And here we go. So the infestation spawning way the heck down here to the southeast. 36 insect hives are about to spawn. That's 36 insect hives. The quest giver sent us 9 dudes to help us out, and these guys are geared to the teeth. We don't really care about their well-being, so we're gonna have them all snort magical dust. Don't do this at home, kids. Leave this to the professionals. He overdosed. Well, that's one thing that can happen, kids. So yeah, don't do it. And we sent Frog down here to the hives. I think we just need to attack like one of these mega spiders, and it should just piss them all off. Yep, a lot of them are charging us. Not all of them, but yeah, a lot of them are. And here we go. It's kind of laggy. There's a lot of just insects and just a lot of stuff on the map right now. We're gonna have Seal Dragon Strike over, save Frog. Frog's just gonna run. And Seal is gonna sit back here and then just kind of hold the line while these guys just pick these insects off. I don't know why he's moving like a grandpa right now. Dragon Strike to there. Okay. We just need to hold like behind this tree over here. We're just gonna move these guys over a little bit and have them just fire into this group of insects. Seal's holding up pretty well. We just got hit pretty hard there. But yeah, it looks like we're doing okay here. There's only a few insects left on Seal. Is that all of them? Yeah, I think that's pretty much all of them. At least that's the first wave. We sent the rest of these guys out, and they're still high on life for about 5 more hours. think we're just gonna have them try to kite these insects, I guess. This could be a bad idea. We might end up losing all these guys. I don't feel like the Empire would actually like if we lost them. It said we can lose them without consequence, but I feel like that's misleading information. Oh, and here comes Seal over here. We're gonna have him just start AoEing these things down. He does a really huge AoE attack when he's like massively surrounded. And okay, crap. Over here, I was not paying attention and these guys got surrounded. Okay, this is not ideal. We got Seal over here. We're gonna have him use Chi Burst because he's got a lot of Chi. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. Okay. That stunned a lot of these guys, and we'll have them Dragon Strike away, I guess. Meanwhile, these guys over here are, yeah, they're getting kind of picked apart. They're done for. They're not making it out of here. Well, on the bright side, Seal almost made it home. He is probably not going to make it, though. He will definitely be going down momentarily, I believe. Well, he might not go into Pain Shock, actually, and that could be a bad thing. Oh, wait, no, he actually went down. Okay, cool. Smiley got some level ups, and he now has this ability Summon. He can summon something to his location, and he doesn't even have to have the line of sight. And wait, Seal got back up, but yeah, we summoned Seal out of there. Basically beamed him up, Scotty. And he's gonna start meditating the crap out of those injuries. We got Frog over here with our incendiary launcher, and then Llama is over here as well. And she can actually do Corpse Explosion. And we ranked that up earlier on the playthrough. We're gonna have her blow up like this corpse. We haven't really been using it much because she's mainly just been using summons and stuff, but yeah, it does a pretty good amount of damage. We're taking care of them pretty well. We're just kind of dropping incendiaries into the main choke point area, and they are kind of getting some leakers that are going through. But for the most part, it looks like we're gonna be able to take care of this fairly easily. And yeah, that is a lot of burning insects. I think most of them, if not all of them, are pretty much dead though. Well, it randomly started raining, as it does, I want to say, a good portion of the time in the jungle, and now it's kind of a race against time to grab all this insect jelly before it deteriorates. The rain is gonna help it deteriorate much quicker, which is kind of unfortunate. Wasn't the most ideal time to rain. But yeah, we got a bunch of people down here trying to haul it all, and No Stow is not happy about that hive. He's gonna start attacking it. I think we actually got most of it. Oh, Frog, stop doing that. I'm not sure if we want to destroy all these hives or let them produce a little bit more insect jelly. They will produce insects and insect jelly. Like, yeah, actually we just got another round of it over here. Like, maybe we just leave these up for a little while, and yeah, they're just popping it out. Like, here's 3 more over here. 4 more, here's some more, they're just popping it out. Meanwhile, this is what happened to a majority of the Empire troops that we were sent. Their sacrifice might not have been necessary, but they will be remembered. And yeah, so we haven't even finished hauling all the insect jelly, but we got 2,180 insect jelly, which would value at 10K. We're freaking rich, boys. We got visited by this combat supplier, and they only have 843 silver, but they do have a normal diplomat power armor helmet, and we're gonna give that to Frog because the one he's wearing right now is tainted and it's really low durability. We're just gonna sell them 435 of our insect jelly, and that'll be enough for all their silver in that helmet. Here's our stores of insect jelly after that whole thing, and I think with that we're gonna end this episode. The hives did end up reproducing some more insects, and we're gonna have to go out and clear those guys out, and we'll probably do that at the start of the next episode. And then I think we're gonna go on a trade mission with all this insect jelly, and we got a bunch of other goods to sell. Like, we got 150 plus 79 processed sugar. We've been mass producing this stuff. 150 smoke leaf joints, 104 psychite tea. Like, we're gonna be able to buy so much good stuff. The likes on the last video was actually pretty insane. I think it was like 3.5K or something, and apparently you guys are really liking this. If you do want to see it continue, keep dropping those likes and I'll keep making these videos. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.